What's up, guys? Welcome to this video. And in this video I want to talk about why the lazy entrepreneurs make the most money and how they make it way faster than the regular entrepreneurs. So I'm here in the Alps. There's a really nice view over here. So I want to take advantage of the view to shoot some videos, and we have some really nice weather. So guys, maybe you've heard that A students work for C students. Maybe you've heard some people say this, or maybe that C students hire A students. And this is something that I didn't really understood when I was in high school. I heard this, I think it was from Robert Kiyosaki, but I didn't understood why this was the case. And it wasn't until I built my business that I saw why this was extremely true. And the thing is, it's not that the lazy entrepreneurs don't work hard. They do work hard. The thing is, they're always asking themselves, how can I get the biggest result possible, the biggest outcome, the thing that I want, with the least amount of effort possible? And then when they discover that, they need by default to work hard to get the thing. But they're like, okay, I'm gonna work hard right now to achieve this outcome in this very efficient way, so that in the future I don't have to work as hard. So it's not the lazy entrepreneurs don't work, they do work, but they understand that because they're working smart, at some point they won't have to work hard. It won't be as required, okay? And I've seen this in so many cases with clients, with people I've worked with, and with myself as well. When I was in high school, I was always looking for the way to get the best grades in my exams. And I was not asking for 99s or 98s. I was asking for 85s, 90s, but by studying the least amount of hours as possible. So, for example, if there was a big, long book that I had to read for my exam, maybe 150 pages, 200 pages, I didn't read the book. I watched the movie, or I read Spark Notes, or what I did was to read the exams of the previous generations, previous years, because they were always very similar. So I said, how can I get the best grade with the least amount of time studying? So that because I was working on my business, right? I was working on my business back then. So I was watching the movies. I'm a very visual person. I was hanging out with the A students to understand the hacks, the most important points that I needed to learn for my exam. And that's how I did fairly well in high school without trying as hard, okay? This might sound terrible, but I actually read like one book till the end in 18 years of going to school. Maybe not even till the end. Really, I just didn't like to read these books. So I always looked for the hacks in the system. And this is the same way I approach my business. I'm an extremely hard worker, and any person that knows me and will tell you that I work a lot, and I actually enjoy it, and it gives me purpose, I feel. But I don't like to work hard just to work hard. I like to work smart, and I'm always asking myself, how can I make the most profit as possible with the least amount of effort and time invested as possible? And by default, to make that work, I need to work hard, but I like to think about ways where I can put in the work once, invest the energy, the time once, because those are scarce resources, and then get paid many times and get rewards for that investment many times or many years in the future. I've also worked with many clients. And the thing is, the lazy entrepreneur clients, the ones that want to work smart, they always make the most money and they get results as fast as possible. This is something I was talking with someone recently in the morning. And this is that, man, some people buy a course on how to make money online. They come from a 9-to-5, right? They're used to having a 9-to-5 job. They buy a course and they bring this 9-to-5 mentality to their business and to the program that they buy. So they're like, okay, I just need to buy this course. I just need to watch the videos and implement the steps of the videos. And if I do that, I'm going to become a millionaire. I'm going to achieve financial freedom. But then they start implementing the steps of the videos. They start taking action, and they take a long time, right, to get results. Why is this? If the steps are proven. And on the other hand, there's someone who bought the same course. They started following the steps but they get results in half of the time. And this is because the first person, they came and adopted the 9 to 5 mentality and brought it to their business. They're just like, okay, if I implement this series of tasks, I'm gonna get results, because that's how it works in a 9 to 5. If you implement the tasks, you get paid, right? But in the internet, you gotta implement the tasks and the steps, but you gotta also ask yourself, like, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is the data I've received, the information I've gathered, what's working, how can I get results faster with this information that I've received, what's working, how can I optimize this, what can I improve? And they're always analyzing, right, to get the shortest path possible. While the person that's following the same course with a 9 to 5 mentality, they don't even ask themselves, how can I get results faster? How can I optimize this process? How can I get, with this information that I've gathered so far of taking action, how can I improve it? So they're never asking themselves this question, because they come from a 9 to 5 and they brought this mentality with them. And what you got to realize is that in business, the 9 to 5 mentality, it doesn't help a lot, because in business you don't get rewarded just by completing tasks. You get rewarded by your strategy, by your strategic way of thinking. Okay. And some of my best clients, I'm like, okay, bro, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. They go and do it, but as they are doing it, they're like, okay, this is what's working, let's do more of that. And we jump back and forth about the different options. They're like always looking for the fastest way, but they're very hardworking. And this is why the lazy entrepreneurs end up making all the money, while the normal entrepreneurs that come from a maybe 9 to 5 mentality, they don't get results as fast as possible, because even if they're taking action and following the tasks, like in this industry, you cannot just complete tasks. Okay, you gotta really think, okay, how can I get results faster and faster and faster? And so it's like combining both mindsets, like, yes, completing tasks, being disciplined, but also not, like, also questioning the process. Like, I'm doing this, great, this is proven, but how can I get results faster? Is there something I did that got me more results, that I can do more of that? Is there a faster way to get the sale, right? Like, is there a shorter way to get this person to say yes to my offer? Is there a better ad that I can run that can bring me more conversions faster for a lower price? So it's the mindset. I believe in working smart, as I said. How can I get paid the most money and keep the biggest part of that money as possible, with a big profit margin, with the least amount of work, but also having epic results for the customers? And it's when you ask yourself these questions that you find the answers. If you never ask yourself, how can I make the most money with the least amount of work possible, you're never going to find a solution. You're never going to find the answer that you can then execute. People don't ask themselves these questions. They just back course and execute the tasks like a robot, like a 9 to 5. They never ask themselves, how can I work less and make more? If you don't ask yourself the questions, you don't find the answers. If you don't find the answers, you cannot execute the actions to get there. Okay. So I do believe in being a lazy entrepreneur. I believe that's great. And also the mentors that I follow the most, that I most admire, they're not the ones that have like the hustle culture. They're like the lazy ones. They're just doing 2-3 hours. They're working 2-3 hours a day, making millions. I'm like, what are they doing? How are they doing it? How can I implement that? And to make that work, I will need to put in many hours of work, sometimes more than people in regular 9 to 5s. But at some point, I'm gonna be, like, for example, right now I'm here just hanging out in the Alps, having a great time. Yesterday I made like 8K. And this is because previously I asked myself, how can I work less and make more? And I've been working super hard to get that done. Now I can be like in a mini vacation and just, I'm still working a little bit, but getting paid a lot. Okay, that's the thing. Work smart, not hard. And yeah. Now there's people that are lazy entrepreneurs. They want the shortcuts. They do shady shit, right? So obviously that's not the case. That's not what I'm talking about. You can find the shortcuts in an ethical way, in a way where you provide value to the customers and you get value back in form of profit. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, share it, comment, And if you want to work closer with me, there's going to be a link below to help you scale your business and your income. Right? Talk soon.